Well, it's June 3rd now, Tuesday, and I figured I would do another video. See the progress of the garden, herb garden, all that good stuff. Alright, so I think probably first we should show you the hops. What? Non-stop hops, booyah! And it's going all the way around the chimney, just going wild. And it's, only been up for a month and a half or something. Just goes crazy. Anyway, here we have the lovage, about nipple height, about 5 feet, I guess. And the sage, doing nice. We got our lilacs, other assorted plants for selling at the flea market. Miniature sage in full bloom. Oregano's been chopped a little bit, but it's making some room, just making a bit of room here and there. We got the chives going on in full bloom. They look like maybe we've had some pollination done to them. I think so. I've seen a few bees buzzing around. Way deep in here we got a bit of pazote going on too. This is like the 3rd year I haven't had to seed it at all. It's just doing itself. And this is the parsley from last year we seeded. Now it's starting to seed. Make some seedless. Should be nice. Back there we got onions just beyond the garlic. You can see just right there. Nice, right? And here's some more plants we got for the market. Some of them are moms and some of them are just for sale, like, the potlets and things. It's very nice, very nice. And we got tomatoes. Tomatoes for the sailing. And the purple irises that are so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at that. Crazy, huh? You cannot imagine how beautiful they smell too. Alright, so here we have our lettuce patch. It's just doing wonderful. A grape that's new planted today, Reliance. And here's that grape I planted a few years ago, the Hemron. It's just a large arm I cut off of the original, which I'll have to show you again, of course. Anyway, here's the stacks of poo that we got this year. Somebody said they had some free horse manure, we took it. And there it is. Some orch. I don't know if we showed you this one earlier, but I did plant it earlier. It's getting big. It's supposed to get quite tall, so we'll see. And here is the asparagus patch. You can tell a lot easier from the bottom that there's an asparagus. It's kind of familiar. Anyway, it's a good almost 7 feet, as you can see. I'm 6'4", and this thing is way up there. Looking way up. Anyway, here we got the smaller asparagus that we just planted in this year from seeds that were in pots for a couple years already. And a sorrel, and the arugula patch. Some plants for sale at the flea market. Look at that. Peppers on them already. Beauty, right? And, we got roses I'm trying to save, and a bunch of cuttings for grapes I just made up today. We got our laurel tree. It's still kind of small to be called a tree, I guess. Maybe still classified as a babe plant, something. With a bunch of, tomatoes, of course, and peppers over here. Basils. We got our Naga chili peppers. Yeah. Gonna eat some spicy spice sometime yet. And they're doing well. Alright. So let's check out back here. We got some more plants for sale at the flea market, And we got our ground cherry. Boom. Doing nice, doing nice. And here's our grape grove, consisting of two grapevines. One large one, this humongous piece right here. Boom. There's the original root. And there's the second one. Quite a bit smaller, but doing very beautifully. And they're all just teeming with grapes everywhere. And our pyrethrum daisies back here are in full bloom, looking good. Our little mixed mini bell peppers. We'll have to see how they turn out yet. They usually are quite lovely, though. And the monch plant, it's doing monstrously. Alright, let's make our way back to the front ski if we can, can't we? You can see we got kind of a storm moving in, it looks like, eh? It's gonna be a beauty tonight, I think. Maybe some lightning cracking and thunder rolling. Thunder rolling. Anyway, we got the tomatoes snuggled in there with our lettuces and our white currant. And we got our Gewürztraminer grapes with grapies on them. And oregano's at the roots to keep them nice and healthy. And we got the Riesling grapes. Growing more grapes than an ape. Just going good. And the cuts from them this year. Some more oregano here at the base just to kind of help them out. And look at this. Boom! Humongous plant here is our female kiwi. And she is in bloom. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Look at that. Flowers. I got one of them over here that's like wide open. Boom. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's already such a beautiful thing. And the male is doing well back there. And here we have, of course, the peach tree and the Saskatoon. And another hops. This one is a Mount Hood hops. Beautiful. And there's our rosemary that we had over the winter from last year. Planted early in the spring last year. And it's still doing nice. It had a little bit of dieback just in the spring. Just so it could come into some new growth. And it smells just awesome. It's gonna be here for a long time. And then a blueberry. My little Romy's blueberry. He's liking it. And we got our rhubarbs. Yeah. And of course we got our other vines, Virginia creeper. Just going crazy up the side of the house. The garlic is looking better than knee high, almost hip high. You gotta get down to see its full awesomeness right there. And there's our another ground cherry. And our onions, we've flipped them over on their sides just the other day, like this one here, and some of them have already flipped themselves back up. We're trying to make the roots get a little bigger, but it's early yet, so maybe we're not supposed to do it that soon. It's hard to tell. We got all the celery starting to look like it's taking off. We gotta hill them up yet right away here. Try and get them to do their thing nice. I got all our beans in now, and on strings, as you can see. And we got the cukes in the middle. They're starting to start really nicely. The cabbages, another orange plant. This one's a red orange. And the peas are doing nicely. As you can see here, we got radishes doing good. Lots of radishes in here. Love me some radishes. Radishes, dog. The spinach is doing all right, although not as good as I would hope, but it's all right. The kohlrabis. Doesn't that look like a little kohlrabi in there? Yeah, pretty little kohlrabis. And we got over half of our green peppers in here on this low row here, and tomatoes in, as you could tell before. And our potatoes starting to really take off thanks to the shit. I mean horse manure. Just doing very well. And I've started watering the piles into a flattish kind of space. So that's starting to work out nicely. We're starting to take off very nicely. We got our raspberries still in full bloom, but even then there's still berries about to come. Those are berries. Well fertilized. And we got mixed kinds of beans and stuff in here, mostly bush beans, in with some other onions. And all the blackberries are in full bloom. Just bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom, bloom, bloom everywhere. They're taking off. It's hard to sell unless, of course, it's against something to really tell how tall it is, but it is also taller than me. It just looks like it's only 3 feet tall because it's, you know, kind of small. Low lion. And we got, blackberry, blackberry, black. Oh, look at this. Purple potato. Yes. And some more radishes. Look at that monster radish. She's just a beauty. There's another monster radish. Yeah. Very nice. And let's see, that's about the size. We got some trees. Apple trees doing nice. Very nice. Of course, the pineapple mint around the base. Looking good, smelling just wonderful. And garlic chives, they're doing well. We got our nectarine, Hector the nectarine. He's got nectarines coming. That's not so bad. And we netted up our cherry already, the Sandra Rose cherry. Ooh, and look at this. This one's starting to get a little pinky. Oh, maybe that's why it's going pinky. Well, the other ones didn't fall off when I touched them. Alright. You know, that's how it goes. Nature, it thins itself. I never worry about thinning stuff. Just let it do its thing. They're not as tasty when they're not ready. We got a little snapdragon in here. Some lily of the valley back there with the Virginia creeper just going crazy here. And Shasta daisies, daylilies, more peracerum daisies. We got a pink lavender here. It's not quite fully bloomed, but it's getting close, eh? And the other lavender right there. Boom. She's also getting close. But it looks like this storm is getting close too, so I'd better go. I guess I'll leave you with a view of it. There's across the street. There's just down the way. I think it's moving in. That is how fast it's moving. It's just going like crazy. Anyway, have a good night. See you later.